It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. We're just 2 steps away from the Super Bowl, and we're underway in this NFC divisional matchup. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Shotgun now, first round. That's caught. It's the Clemson rookie. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Taylor now, up the middle. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, Stroud. He's on the move. Complete out to the right side. And he's down inside the 35 before going out. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point of the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Second and 10 now. That's caught by A.J. Brown. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They have it 1st and goal, an early lead available here in the postseason. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. On target to his man Taylor. And in for the Detroit touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. First and 10 now from the 30. Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. He finds Johnson. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here's a give for Wright. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
2nd and 3 now. From the 48. Chased out to his right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Along the right sideline, there's space. And he makes the left go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Just tried a little bit too hard to get that 3rd down conversion. Brock wanted so badly to keep that opening series going, and that one cost him.
Yeah, I think it's less, Kate, in this case about the throw and much more about crediting the defense who was ready and willing to be opportunistic, not just knock that ball away.
Yeah.
They wanted to take advantage of that opportunity, and they jumped on it.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play. Now a run with Wright. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Running behind center with Wright. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They run again with Wright. They'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. Third and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So that brings up 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And another mistake for them here. This punt had way too much on it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. This our last play of the quarter. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. That'll do it for 1 quarter of this NFC divisional. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They're looking down to 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He finds Laporta. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They're set up at the 35 now. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Tackle made by Cole Bishop. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Laporta with the grab. He gets loose down the right side. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions take a 20-zip lead. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns, too, just like he showed off.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Running right. Here's Wright. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now motion him out of the backfield. Here he is on 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. Down the run right, throwing deep down the side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And that brings up 4th and long. The Vikings getting their punt team out. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. Secures this, and he lost the football. And the fumble recovery is made. And they bring him down to put a stop to that return.
You know, return men always think they're breaking the next one for a highlight reel touchdown. They've got to have that confidence. But sometimes that confidence leads to recklessness. It's a fine line. And they can get it punched out trying to do too much. That almost ended up the wrong kind of highlight.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. From the 29. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To the air, Stroud. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that brings up 4th and short. The Lions readying for the punt. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He fields this at the 18. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. Hard to do better than that. A 66-yard punt. And it's going to be Vikings football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Cut out left. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week. And I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other. Give him a chance to make a play.
Second and 3 now. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. They're down to their final one in this half. Second and 3 now. They run it from the gun with Wright. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play. And the Vikings first down.
He's going to throw this one. Completed over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Man in motion, out of the slot. From midfield now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. The Vikings at a disadvantage on the scoreboard. See what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. Breaks the tackle. Green grass ahead. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Wright running out of the gun. And he pushed deep in enemy territory with that, down inside the 25. Working quickly here. 3rd down from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that will bring up 4th and 3.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
They're throwing it. He's got it to his running back. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. They hit him for 5 yards on 4th down and get the successful conversion.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Here's a give inside to right. And he's able to push this down to the 12. Offense up to the line fast. Right again. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. Going the other way. Lions have it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Look, you know I'm always trying to be positive, partner. You take away the ending, it was a great drive. Everything they were hoping for, but all that work and effort, it's gone.
And all that people are going to remember is that ending, Kate. That's all that unfortunately matters for this offense.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll stick with the ground game here. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our second half gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Dropping back to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Throw on 3rd down. He's going deep this time. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception with just forcing an incomplete pass. As soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Takes it in at the 26. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Lions will go on offense. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Tight end going in motion here. Taylor trying the left side. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks you can keep on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Stroud. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Stroud. Oh, he put some heat on this deep. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Vikings get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Well, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? With a half of football left, you just can't give away too many gifts and too many possessions.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Dose of the hurry-up offense here. Trying again, following the sack. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Right, bouncing football. And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. So no return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, Taylor. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Justin Madubuike making that stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. On target to his man Taylor. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
That's good for the Lions. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. He's going to push one deep down there. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's Cole Bishop. And the Vikings get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Here's Wright on the carry. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, bigger gap in the future.
Second down now, 7 to go. Throwing from the gun here. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Man in motion here. Throwing on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And they continue to trail by 21.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They give to Taylor, right side. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They go again with Taylor. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. Back to throw, Stroud. Taylor makes the catch. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's a money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Straight ahead with Taylor. And he's brought down for a loss.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Oh, brother, it's another interception. 30. He's at the 10. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. You get a pick 6, you get a pick 6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick 6 and multiple highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings get it back to a 14-point game. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC divisional round matchup. It's Lions football. If they can hold this lead, they'll continue this postseason run. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Here we go.
Taylor now up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. Short pass brought in. And he's out of bounds after reaching the 40. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Here we go.
They send the tight end in motion. A give left side to Taylor. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Throw left side. Complete. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
There's a handoff for Taylor. And there's a sign of life from the ground game. He's forward with a nice pickup. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
2nd down carry for Taylor. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions feeling good with a 14-point advantage. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Taylor again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
This is Taylor. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions make it a 3-score game in the 4th. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. That's no good. The veteran mishits one rather surprisingly, and they leave a point after on the table. Now, probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Back now, pressure on its way. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd and 10 now. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he's out of bounds, up at his own 45. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle, they showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
On the move, headed right. And that one is picked off, but wait a second. Oh, he came down out of bounds, so that's just going to be incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's 2nd down coming up. Throwing it again here. Shakes himself free. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Third and long for him here. Trying to push it deep downfield. Challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over after his 9th interception of the season. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now they're going to pass it here. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks a little short of that 35. Ball at the 33 for first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
11.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Cut for big yards on the right side. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Stroud throwing here on first. Caught near the pylon. And all he needed was one more stride. He's at the 2-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Forced out to his right. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Lions put up even more points in a win. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown, his second scoring catch of the game. The Lions offense looks like they're staying out there. We got a 2-point try coming up.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the 4. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. He has it at the 13. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. So it's 1 for the win column for the